I want to get in a quick word from our foreign editor, Saurabh Shukla, who joins us live from the capital now. Saurabh, how important are all of these agreements to the United States? We know that when President Obama comes, some of these things may come up, even though no agreements may actually be signed. In the larger scheme of things, in the larger scheme of the strategic engagement, how important are these deals and agreements to President Obama?
Well, quite much, Shiv. In fact, President Barack Obama will be really pushing hard for these deals. Obviously, no agreements will be signed during the visit, but in the post-visit, the Americans will really follow it up quite hard because don't forget there's a huge recession in the U.S. and in a recession-hit U.S. economy, President Barack Obama is under severe pressure to ensure that the U.S. defense hardware finds buyers, and obviously because they believe that there's a huge employment that is generated by the U.S. defense industry, and much of the defense market is drying up. India being a huge consumer of defense hardware, obviously, and a good customer at that, because unlike a lot of countries where you have a problem, you have to give a lot of credit. India, you don't require all that. So that's the reason Barack Obama is going to make a very hard push for these deals. Shiv?
Saurabh, some of these agreements have great political sensitivities within India, which is why they face a lot of opposition from the government as well as the Indian armed forces. Considering the intention on both sides to engage and deepen their strategic and military relations and cooperation, how sustainable are these agreements? Because there's still a certain degree of trust deficit that exists between both countries.
Well, absolutely. You will have to calibrate that, because see, for some of these agreements obviously require you to give logistical support, which India in any case has been providing to the US informally, be it refueling of US aircraft and a lot of other things, But yes, it will have to put into motion through a proper and sustained political debate. Obviously, the government of India realizes that it's not in a position at this juncture to sign some of these agreements. That's the reason why it's not been, when Defense Minister A.K. Antony had gone to Washington, he was clearly non-committal about signing these agreements. He said that there has to be a political consensus, as was the case of nuclear liability bill as well. So I think the government of India will have to calibrate, because while the relationship with the US is important, a strategic engagement is important, it also has to factor in that India's national security and national interest is not compromised.
Absolutely.